that you can take all this pain and put it into your purpose. Once you put it into your purpose and you find reason for the pain, that allows you to build an identity that does not have to be linked to the pain. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bindi, and I am a spirituality coach that teaches you how to practice flexibility of the mind, the body, and the spirit. Today we are talking about a subject that is not only near and dear to my heart, but if it wasn't for this part of my journey, I don't know if I would be here to give you guys this message. I think that when you go through depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, XYZ, it can be very difficult to see yourself as a naturally happy person. And when you can't see that in your mind, it kind of makes all of this work that we're doing feel useless. So today I want to talk about how to renew your mind, especially if you've had a traumatic past or if you've dealt with mental illness to the extent of not being able to see yourself as a happy person. Before we get into it, please make sure that you're subscribed and that you click that notification bell so that you can be notified of any new videos. Also, please make sure that you share this video with anyone that you think could benefit from it, because we are here to change the world together. In order to discuss faith, we have to discuss God. So this first part of this video is going to be about our relationship with God. When you look at your past, when you look at the things that have happened to you, it is so important to know and understand that the bad things that have happened to you, the bad things that you've experienced, are not a result of what God has done. The bad things that you have experienced in your life probably have to do with the situations that you've been in because of other people, especially any trauma that you experienced as a child. Just the way that you have free will, everyone else on the planet has free will. So depending on who your parents were or who your caretakers were, the experiences that you had were dependent on those caretakers, not on God. And I know a lot of people believe that we actually choose our parents. I believe this as well. A lot of people believe that we actually choose our parents because they allow us, our specific parents allow us to better understand the karmic spiritual journey that we are on so that we can elevate our spirituality and our mindset. All this to say, God is not responsible for your trauma. People are responsible for your trauma. And I think that once you really download that belief, you can start to separate your existence from the existence of others, which I'm really into the Hinduism values within yoga, and those values have a lot to do with separating yourself from the world. I don't know if this is irony. I don't think it's irony. I think I was about to use that incorrectly, but I've actually been identifying as a follower of Christ these past few months, maybe like 6 or 7 months. I've been watching church on YouTube and reading the Bible, and I've been really jiving with the teachings of Jesus. And the reason for this is my opinion. The reason that I have really personally fallen back in love with Christianity is because now when I read the Bible, now when I listen to sermons, I hear different things. And I believe that one of the main things that Jesus was trying to teach us is that we should never, ever put too much faith in mankind, ever. And when I started to look at the foundation of Jesus's teachings in that way, I realized that my heart was softening to a lot of past events that I've experienced in my life, past events that I've been having a hard time letting go of. I think a lot of us go through life expecting source-like, God-like behavior from humans, when in reality, If we just focus on our own journey and understand that everyone else is on their own journey, that makes it a lot easier for us to give ourselves permission to elevate, because we don't look at our elevation parallel to the elevation of others. We don't look at how good we are parallel to how good others are. Others don't matter. Others are here to teach us. Every person in your life is strategically placed there so that you may learn what you need to learn to be happier, to get closer to the life that you have planned for yourself, or the desire that you are pulling into your reality. Before we continue on, I just want to make sure that you are paying attention. Right now in the comment box, I want you to write, "It is safe for me to allow the things that I want." It is safe for me to allow the things that I want. In your journey of learning how to be a happy person that expects good things, that has faith in source, when you're coming from a more traumatic, darker past, the first thing to understand is God is not responsible for your trauma or the dark things that have happened to you. Mankind is. And God is not mankind. The second thing that I would like to talk about is getting rid of the belief that other people are able to have their desires or manifest whatever they want because they don't have this trauma, because they don't have this dark path. I think that it's okay to understand that these people had a head start, but that does not make it impossible for you. If a person has parents who teaches them from a very young age, you are responsible for how you treat others. If someone treats you badly, that's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of them. If you put good out, good will come back. A person who has a parent who teaches them that, as well as demonstrates that, will probably have a pretty good childhood as well. And don't get me wrong, everyone experiences trauma. Like, no one is safe from trauma, okay? Trauma teaches us. A person who experiences a childhood like that will probably have more tools to deal with that trauma, especially when they start to get older and life really starts to turn up the heat. If you do not have these lessons when you are young, if you're not given these tools, when you get older, you can feel kind of defenseless against all of that heat that I just referred to. That's okay. That's normal, that's natural. That's why you're here watching this video. But if you're watching this video, but you still have a subconscious belief that it doesn't matter, because you have this darkness within you, so you can't be happy. If that's still one of your subconscious beliefs, that's something that you have to rewire. That's something that you have to rework through repetition. Happiness is available to me. I have everything I want and need. Starting to reteach yourself all the things that you wish your parent taught you when you were younger. This is also called reparenting. I highly suggest looking into it, because reparenting yourself, gold. We have these really, really dark pasts. If we have hard childhoods and we have these intrusive thoughts every day, flashes of trauma, flashes of all the reasons why we'll never be happy popping up, it can be so easy to convince ourselves that this is how life is going to be forever. You're a victim to your own circumstances, and I am not belittling the pain that you are in, because it's real pain and it does hurt. But what I would like to do is give you your power back by telling you that you can take all this pain and put it into your purpose. Once you put it into your purpose and you find reason for the pain, that allows you to build an identity that does not have to be linked to the pain. You can understand that the pain that you experienced in the past was a stepping stone to be the person that you are now. But you have to give yourself permission to become that person. Now, when I say that person, you guys know I love I love the concept of identity reprogramming. If you would like to reprogram your identity, or if you would like to know more about identity reprogramming, I could talk about it more on the channel. I've talked about it quite a bit, but I know I don't even do it. I don't go back and watch old YouTubers videos. So like, if you would like me to make newer content on identity reprogramming, I am happy to. But when it comes to identity reprogramming, that's when we get into scripting and visualization. Seeing the life that we want for ourselves in as much detail as possible, so that we can become that person that is living that life through our thoughts and our actions. But we have to give ourselves permission first. We have to truly and honestly say, I am ready to not hurt anymore. I am ready to move into this next phase of my life. So after we rewire the belief that we are not linked to our pain, we do not have to be in pain forever, and that we have a beautiful future ahead of us, Once we rewire the old belief to this new one, we are able to allow ourselves this opportunity to feel what this new future is going to feel like. Because if you have a subconscious belief that life is going to feel the way it felt when you were a kid, you're always going to be very reactive to anything that happens in your life that reminds you of how you felt when you were a kid, or when you had things that happened to you in your past that did not make you feel good. But when you give yourself permission to say, that's my past, and it gave me this perspective to turn me into this person that I am now. When you have that perspective, you can start looking for new experiences that feel good, and you can start to lean into them. I'm very big on being able to recognize energy and how things feel within your body. A lot of us that are controlled by trauma only really know how that trauma feels in our body. We are so accustomed to it and almost so comfortable with it that when good things come into our lives, we expect those good things to end up more painful than the pain that we are already in. So we reject all the good that comes because it's unpredictable, and we just don't have the space to deal with anything that's unpredictable. If you know how your trauma feels in your body, and you can practice bravery, if you can practice having enough trust in Source, who gave you this life so that you may learn, so that you may elevate, if you have enough of that faith to lean into the unknown and understanding that there might be some mistakes, there might be some hiccups, some bumps, but you are truly giving this a chance. It doesn't take a lot of trust. It doesn't take a lot. I think that Source knows that we've gone through the things that we've gone through. So if we can just show that our energy level is shifting just a bit in the direction that is best for our spirit, Source will continue to send us things so that we ourselves can continue to grow in that direction. If you've experienced a lot of trauma and you have already started this journey of identity shifting and leaning into things that feel good, when you heal, it feels like drugs, okay? It feels so good to heal. It feels so good to live life. It feels so good to be free of the shackles of trauma and pain. It feels so good. So that feeling of truth, that feeling of genuine rightness, I don't even know if that's a word, but that feeling to me is proof that Source wants us to heal from everything that mankind has ever done to us. And I do know that blaming others for our pain is also victim mentality, and it can be like kind of a tightrope that we walk. But I'm just gonna trust that you guys know what I'm communicating and move on. The last step to shifting into a faith-based, happy reality when you've experienced trauma, the last step is replacing your fearful thoughts with thoughts rooted in love. This is a step-by-step process. This can change your entire life if you genuinely dedicate yourself to being present. When we decide that we want a new life for ourselves and we decide that we want to be present, we are giving ourselves permission to honestly observe everything that comes up in our mind. The thoughts that come up, law of attraction, any thought that we're having holds a vibrational energy to it. And according to law of attraction, the vibrational energy that we are holding determines the vibration of the experiences and the things that we attract. So all that being said, when we learn to recognize the vibration of our thoughts and then say, that's not rooted in love, we then give ourselves the opportunity, the ability to flip that thought and make it a love-based thought. When we do that, we are recircuiting our mind. The reason that I say fear-based is because any negative thoughts we have about anything is rooted in fear. Jealousy is rooted in fear. Anger is rooted in fear. If you are pursuing a career and you see another person who is also pursuing this career, you might say to yourself, oh, well, she's not going to be able to get very far. She doesn't really have the XYZ that she needs to do this, right? You might say that. That's a fear-based thought because you're looking at someone else and you're telling yourself that they won't be successful because you're scared that you won't be successful. So when we start to fear things in our lives and our thoughts are telling us that we are being fearful, it is an easy solution to just replace the thoughts with love-based thought. If you see someone and you feel yourself start to judge them, it's going to create a feeling in your body. Recognize it. Become accustomed to it. Know when your body's doing it so that you can know, hey, something's going on that is not serving my highest self and the reality that I am creating, okay? So let's say that you see this person, you start to have those feelings and you think that negative thought about her. She's not going to be able to do it because she's not good enough. Instead, she is going to accomplish everything she wants, and I'm so excited for her. That is a thought grounded in knowing that there is enough success for everyone. And that's also the thought that you probably want to have, right? The person that you want to be probably thinks out of love, not out of fear. And when we learn to think thoughts from a place of love instead of fear, we are able to truly connect to all the abundance, all the prosperity, all the wonderful experiences that we're all hoping to have. Now, the other side of this coin is learning to have love-based thoughts when it comes to source. So this is when we have fear and anxiety about the things that are out of our control. For example, let's say that it's the middle of the month and your check is short, and you are beginning to freak out because you don't know how you're going to pay rent at the end of the month. You have 2.5 weeks left until rent comes up, and you're starting to really get upset about it. The fear is taking over. What am I gonna do? What am I going to do? Now, fear protects us, right? If that check is short, it is okay to have a fear response that says, hey, our check is short. This is endangering our shelter. That's a good thought to have, because then you know that you need to do something in order to remedy this problem. But once it goes past the indication that there needs to be a solution, once it goes past that, then it starts to become harmful. It starts to become detrimental. Source will find a solution. A solution will be given to me. I will be okay. I am safe. So many people's lives can be changed by the simple affirmation, I am safe. I know for some of you, even saying I am safe may make you feel unsafe because you disagree with that statement so much. But if you can repeat to yourself, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe. If you can repeat that to yourself and recognize what comes up and learn to deal with those thoughts in a love-based, faith-based way, your reality will change, and your reality will change in a way that serves you. Instead of the past determining everything, your present reality will begin to determine everything. Because in this present reality, you're watching this video saying, I want the best for myself. So when you know that, you're able to make conscious decisions and to think consciously in ways that align with the life that you want for yourself. Now, I know I'm just talking like this is the easiest thing ever, but it's a journey. It's a journey, and I'm not gonna say it's the hardest thing ever either. It's not hard. It just takes commitment, and it also takes wanting to let go of the old identity. The old identity is very comfortable, right? The pain, the fear, it sucks and we hate it, but we also know what to expect. So it takes being able to detach from the person that all these negative things happen to, and to see yourself as a new person designed by all the good in your heart, not all the pain in your past. One more time. Say it out loud, type it in the comment box. I don't care, as long as you download it. It is safe for me to allow the things that I want. It is safe for me to allow the things that I want. I feel like I've been talking for forever, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope that you enjoyed it, because I truly, truly enjoyed making it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up so other people on the platform know that it is valuable and that they should watch it. Also, if you would like me to expand on anything that I talked about in this video, please make sure to leave a comment, let me know down below, and I'll reference it in a future video. Last but not least, please make sure that you are subscribed and that you click that notification bell so that you can become a reality bender yourself. I love you so much, and I will see you next video. Bye.